My message today is, love is complicated. It's very complicated. You know, I think about the Inuit, and apparently in Inuktitut there are many, many different words used to describe snow. Now, if you think about snow, you know, we have some of that freezing ice type snow. That's not very nice, right? Very tough and very gritty. Doesn't feel nice to touch even. But then there's the fluffy stuff. That fluffy snow that comes down sometimes on Christmas Eve. Sometimes you want to catch them on your tongue. And they're easy to shovel. You can even use a leaf blower to clean off your car. But then there's that snow that comes down and it gets packed down hard and it's hard to move and you got to use scrapers to get it off your sidewalk. All those kinds of snow are common in the Inuktitut language. They need a very, very special snow that's wind-packed to cut the shape of the igloo blocks that need to be placed. And I've watched Inuit people cut that snow and build those igloos on film. Most amazing thing ever. So snow is very, very important. And yet, here in our English language, we just have this one word called love. And, you know, we ask a few questions. In Unity, we talk about a vibration. Love is a vibration. Is it? A vibration. Something a bit different. Is it an emotion? Something that we feel. Is love and liking the same thing? How do we love our enemies or the people we don't like? That's what Jesus asked us to do. There's lots of people we don't like in this world right now. We kind of don't agree with their points of view over many, many things. How do you love those people? Because it's very important in your heart to feel that. It's all part of the forgiveness and realizing that in unity, we're all one. Each and every one of us are part of each other, including those people that we totally disagree with. Is that still okay? Can we still love those people? Do we love things? You know, we say it all the time. Oh, I love my car. Oh, I love this ukulele that I've got, my harp ukulele. I love that. I love the meal I had the other day. Oh, that was so good. Love. We say it all the time, right? We love things. Is that love? Do we love things or people in different degrees? Do we sort of make judgments? So much of what we do and say is based on judgments because we all have different points of view. And sometimes we translate those different points of view as judgments on another. But then is that still love? I remember a time where books were written about tough love for the adolescent or living with children, and you're a school teacher as well, and that whole idea of tough love. And that didn't always sit well within the school. I loved all my students. I really did feel that way, but some of them were a bit difficult to love. The same as sometimes your children aren't easy to love, especially when they hit junior high or high school and doing things that you totally disagree with. But we just love. We can still love. So love is complicated. Greek is one of the richest languages in the world with an extensive vocabulary. However, love is often more complicated than any words can describe. Although Greek philosophers attempted to classify different types of love, in reality, its forms and manifestations tend to blur and blend into various combinations. Thankfully, there are many ways that you can nurture and cultivate these. leading to a happier and healthier connections and a more fulfilling life. That was the conclusion of an article about the Greek words relating to love. I knew there were many words relating to love, and the Bible was originally the one that we often get translations from is the original Bible in the ancient Greek. And so that can cause some complications as well. First of all, there's the word eros. Many of you have heard of that. That's the sexual desire. And we're leading up to this thing called Valentine's Day. Saint Valentine tried to promote love in a Christian and a biblical way. But over many, many years, it's gradually changed itself into a time of this little Cupid who would take little arrows and shoot them at people and cause them to love each other. And we've got that in so many cartoons that I've experienced growing up. The little Cupid sending arrows out. Eros. Cupid in Roman, it was Eros in Greek. Was a mischievous god of passion and fertility who was shooting arrows in the hearts of people and immortals and making them feel a sudden overwhelming desire for each other. Although this desire can be interpreted as love, it's primarily physical attraction. And that's where the term erotic or erotica come from nowadays to describe human sexuality. Philia, it's a soul connection. In contrast to physical sexual nature of eros, philia is a platonic feeling. This Greek word of love implies spiritual connection, trust, and sharing of the same values. Philia usually grows between friends and family members. So we have philia for each other in unity. In this congregation, we feel philia, love. While it's not as overwhelming or euphoric or exciting as eros, it's often more fulfilling and rewarding in the long term. Storge, I don't know if I'm pronouncing my Greek properly, that's devoted love. Now, it can be classified as a variation of philia and usually relates to love within a family. We feel that different. Sometimes we feel like a family here at Unity, but the love we have within our family is still a little different. Okay, while the care and devotion of storge is an integral part of philia's connection, it may also be one-sided. An excellent example of storge is when a parent cares for a child, makes them feel secure, comfortable, and safe, and don't expect anything in return. Wouldn't it be nice if we had a lot more of that within families today? We know that that's not always the case, but that's the goal for every parent. Some of us think it's obvious and normal, but it's not. Many people grow up feeling that they just weren't loved. And that usually comes from a lot of judgment, a lot of condemnations, a lot of different things dumped onto children at a very, very early age. Like, what the hell's the matter with you? Pragma. It's a mature love, although probably the least exciting type of love. Pragma is an essential component of making relations work in the long term. Pragma is love based on duty, reason, and shared goals. Like philia, pragma is not limited to romantic partnerships, although it's a vital part of romantic love. It is essential within families and even close friendships. Examples of pragma manifestation are personal sacrifices for your partner's benefit, making life and career choices that are best for your relationship rather than just for yourself, and carrying out the daily chores and tasks needed to maintain a happy home. You don't want to be pragmatic about that? Yes, you do. Sometimes we just have to be very pragmatic, and these are just things that have to be done. And that's definitely not very exciting, but it's a mature love. Ludus. Playful love. It's another Greek word for love that is perhaps the polar opposite of pragma. While pragma is a long-term, cerebral-based round responsibilities, ludus is carefree and playful love. You know, responsibilities, ludus is carefree and playful love. Just sometimes that's just our good friends growing up when we were children. A child being able just to go out there and just play. Play. That's the love of play, I think, fits very well with that. Can you remember how simple life was? If we had a special childhood, that there was freedom and choice and acceptance, we could go out there with our friends and just have fun. I think that's kind of fits in. Then there's this mania. Now, we certainly hear that word mania a lot. It's obsessive. Have you ever met anybody obsessed with a particular individual to the point where it seems unhealthy? And maybe you even called them a maniac. It's amazing how many of our English words do come from Greek origin. So many. And it's nice to understand the words we say and how they relate to the ancient Greek. Greek philosophers labeled this type of love as mania. Now, this is a modern Greek word. I guess the Greeks figured they needed another word. So they came up with this meraki, creative endeavors, a modern Greek word. It's derived from the Turkish word merak. It means to do something with love, creativity, and devotion. You wholeheartedly put yourself into what you are doing. Many people love their work. They love doing creative activities, doing artistic activities. Meraki is often used to describe creative and artistic expressions, such as painting, singing, and composing music. Also, it can manifest in cooking, decorating a room, and nicely setting up a table. Meraki. I like that word. Some people think, oh, that's your passion. Oh, you do this music or you do this stuff because that's your passion. And the only problem with that word is Jesus went through the passion as he brought his cross through the Via Dolorosa in Jerusalem on his way to Calvary. And so that word passion isn't always a great word for me to use. I'd prefer to use the word enthusiasm, which is with his God inside me and coming out. I have enthusiasm for this. It's my enthusiasm. It's my enthusiasm to be here. It's my enthusiasm to speak in front of people. I do find it creates, I think, this meraki. It's funny how close that word is to the word miracle, although I don't think there's any etymological connection between those two words. Okay, here's another one. Philautia. I don't know if I'm speaking in Latin or how to pronounce the Greek exactly, but could be philautia, something like that. And the Greek philosopher Aristotle, everybody's heard of Aristotle, he believed that self-love, or philautia, is a prerequisite to loving others. Healthy self-love is beneficial to every aspect of life. And in Unity, we do encourage self-love, including relationships. And individuals who love themselves are usually more capable of both giving and receiving all kinds of love. Now, if you went to the original in the Google, it would get into how that can get into the arrogance and get into, self-absorption and get into things that can be negative. But a true self-love doesn't have to lead that way. Okay, now here's a word you may have heard. I remember hearing it describing a particular place, I think in the Broadway area, that they provide lunches for the homeless and for the poor in the neighborhood, and it's called the agape table. So the agape is the unconditional love. So the unconditional love is getting closer to the kind of love that God gives us. It's an unconditional love that's not dependent on any external factors. Acts of charity and altruism are often born out of agape love. It seems fair to argue that a society without agape would be unable to function, as we are dependent on one another as a species. Agape is the least selfish form of love and does not require anything in return. However, it does often result in immense benefits to one practicing it, not just in terms of people reciprocating it with love or rewards, but benefits for the mental and the emotional well-being of the practitioner. Practicing agape love can often increase self-love. and higher levels of healthy self-love usually result in increased ability to feel and show agape. It's a cycle. Remember when I first retired, I decided I wasn't working at really anything at the time. I wasn't starting to substitute or anything, so I thought, well, it'd be a good idea to go down to the oak table. What started as a table, just a simple table at the back of the sanctuary where they invited some of the street people to come in and have a little bit lunch. They serve hundreds of meals a day for lunch for the homeless. And you can volunteer. I was there and I was serving up the lunch with everybody, and it was a community, and other churches send people. Now a very, very good friend of mine is in charge of the Oak Table, and it's changing lives. It changes lives. And it's not just about the homeless. It's about the people, some of the lonely, the people that just don't have anybody else. They don't have family. And looking after themselves financially can be a challenge, but having a meal where they can get together with people and see them from week to week is also extremely good. When asked to name the greatest commandment, Jesus quoted Deuteronomy 6, verse 5, and Leviticus 19, verse 18. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets, said in Matthew 22, verses 36 to 40. All God's other commandments, including the 10 commandments, flow from these two commands. Many of you have heard this one at many a wedding. But if we put the word God in place of love, this kind of love doesn't necessarily fit in with a lot of those Greek definitions. But if we stick God in the word of love, if God is love, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Is love synonymous with God? How do we send love? Many people talk, well, I'll send you my love. This is where the thought of vibrations, people that believe in the vibrations, to think and focus your attention on that person and try to think that vibration, that sense of love going out to them. When you go past the panhandler on the street that's wanting money, what is our feeling? Is it one of disgust? Is it one of judgment? Oh, they do drugs. Oh, they probably went to prison. Oh, they probably did this. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, we've got all kinds of things that go on in our head that take us away from that love. How do we show love to those strangers? Maybe just the ordinary stranger or the person on the street. Sometimes it's just as simple as giving them a smile. The person in the supermarket, maybe that's having trouble. You've seen videos of people paying forward. That person's having trouble finding all the right money to buy some necessities. That's love. Love brings unity because we're all together, part of this planet. If we don't have love, we really don't have anything. And so that's my prayer for all of us and all the world, really. And we just need a little bit more of it, right? Probably a lot more of it in today's day and age. There's just still so much hate, so much violence. People blame it on God. How could God let all this stuff happen? well, maybe there's not enough vibration of love going on, because God works through our collective unity of thought.